Hi, my name's Isabelle, I'm 18 years old and I'm also a quadruple amputee. So I think with being so young, when I got meningitis, I actually dealt with it really well. I was able to just get on with everything that got put in front of me, even though I look back at it now and I feel like that's such a lot for such a young person to go through. And I was able to just focus my mind on what I knew I wanted, which was independence. So I think when you literally have to relearn to do everything again, at first there were quite a lot of things and quite a lot of challenges that I faced. Really simple things, just as learning to feed myself and learning to walk. And then I think as I've gotten older, even though I originally relearned everything, as I've reached different milestones in my life, there have been other things that I've had to learn how to do. When I started secondary school, that was a big adaptation for me, just working with different people and learning how to do that. And going from a school with 30 people in my year to 100 and something, it was quite a big change, and a lot of people weren't used to seeing someone with a disability. I think as a teenager, everyone goes through so many different issues and everyone wants to try and fit in. And as someone with such a visible disability like mine, it wasn't necessarily possible. And I think for everyone, it's not really attainable to try and fit in and be the same as somebody else, because we are all unique for a reason. And so as I've gotten older, I've definitely realised that it's okay to embrace your differences, and that's actually what makes us unique, so why try and hide it? When I was 17, I knew I wanted to learn how to drive. It was something that I've always wanted to do, and I knew it'd mean that I had more independence. So I never really knew how I went around this and if it was even possible for someone with my disability, but I was managed to learn how to drive, and I actually now have my driving licence. And then the most recent milestone for me was probably turning 18. It was a bit scary for me knowing that I was old enough to go out with my friends and go on nights out, and I didn't really know how this worked with a disability, but it's something that from trial and error I've just learned how to do, and I don't let my disability stop me, so I go out and have fun with my friends. So I got into social media when I was maybe around 14, and it was basically just to answer other people's questions. I would constantly get stopped and asked, how do you do your makeup? How do you do this? So I thought the best way to show people was by creating videos that they could go and watch. And from there, it kind of just went crazy. So when I was younger, I never really had someone that was older than me who had been through the same as me. So I always felt a little bit alone, as no one had really experienced the same things that I had, and none of my friends quite understood. So I'm hoping that by making videos like this and across my social media, I can help other people that are going through the same thing that I have. I think my biggest bit of advice for anybody else going through what I was going through in secondary school is to try and have confidence in yourself. It's easier said than done, but I think you really have to just embrace your differences and try not to hide them, and then that's going to help you gain internal confidence, and then you won't mind that you look different to other people, and you'll start to notice the positives in that. One general bit of advice that I have is to stick with things. I think having a disability, a lot of things take longer, even if it's really simple. I think through the use of videos like this one and also different events that MRF have ran, it can be really helpful and really informative for other people going through the similar thing that I have.